Still think that MACD is just about buying on the golden cross and selling on the dead cross? No wonder you are losing money in the stock market. MACD is known as a basic indicator. There are many ways to use it, but if you learn these 5 methods, I believe you won't need to look at any other indicators anymore. As long as you can control your own trading plan, I believe you can achieve stable profits. Many people cannot achieve stable profits because they do not have their own trading plan and just buy and sell without a plan. If you wish to build up your trading plan just using one indicator, then the MACD indicator would be the best choice for you. Just by using MACD, you can get a good idea of what's going on in the market. Hi everyone, I'm Angie, who loves to share stock market trading tips. If you like to learn stock market trading tips, you can subscribe this channel, then you will not be miss out any idea sharing from me. Let's take a look at the basic parameters of the MACD indicator, which consists of the 3 numbers 12, 26, and 9. We can simplify this by understanding that, for example, 12 is the short-term moving average, 26 can be as the long-term moving average represented by the yellow line. The middle line can be seen as a zero axis, which is the boundary between bullish and bearish trends. If the MACD is above the zero line, it indicates a zero market, and if it's below the zero line, it indicates a bearish market. Additionally, the red and blue bars are called the histogram and represent the upward and downward momentum. The longer the bars, the stronger the upward or downward momentum. When the white line crosses above the yellow line, it's called a golden cross, which is a signal to enter the market. However, in actual use, you may find that on the MACD indicator can be lagging, especially in a trending market such as long-term uptrend or downtrend. It can still be useful in such a situation. However, if the market is in a range-bound phase, the MACD indicator may not work well. If you just simply enter on golden cross and exit on dead cross, you may end up chasing high and getting stuck. Nonetheless, there are certain situations which you can confidently enter the market. First method is the situation when MACD appear gold cross at the same time white line upper cross zero axis. In this situation, suitable for bottom fishing. However, you still need to pay attention to the overall market environment. The overall trend, if it is in the bullish market, you can participate. But if in a bearish trend, there is always a risk of being trapped by main forces. For instance, in the current market situation, the sector rotation is strong. Even you found entry opportunities, you must always control your investment capital and you need to maintain a cautious attitude. The second method is when the 2 lines cross above the zero axis but then quickly form a dead cross. However, these 2 lines did not break the zero axis. When another golden cross appears, it is a good opportunity for us to enter. For example, during this time period, this chart crossed the zero axis but quickly formed a dead cross. However, neither the yellow line nor the white line broke the zero axis. When another golden cross appears at this time, it is very good opportunity to enter. If this golden and dead cross appear more frequently, it means that the subsequent market trends will be even greater. We can see that during this period, many of these crosses appear and a large-scale market trend form. The same applies to individual stocks, which once this situation appears, it is highly likely that there will be a stage of new high in the future. Third method is about divergence. This is also a common use method. For example, when the stock price keeps rising and sets new highs, but the MACD histogram does not follow and is shorter than before, we can see from these 2 lines that the white line and the yellow line are lower than before. This indicates a lack of upward momentum, meaning that there may not be new funds to continue the upward trend, and this may be a temporary high point. Next, we can see that the chart started a correction in a bullish divergence. We can see that the index has set a new low, but the MACD indicator is refusing to set a new low and is gradually rising. This is a signal for us to pay attention to. We can expect a new bullish trend in the future. As the time and frequency of this divergence increase, the upward momentum will become stronger. Method 4, which is the MACD Air Refueling method. For example, at this point, the white line and the yellow line have already crossed above the zero axis line. At this point, it seems that the dead cross is about to form, but we find that it has not yet formed. Moreover, we find that the histogram has been in a red state all along. This indicates that the current attack index is in a state of air refueling. The longer this state lasts, the better it is. It is best to appear 2 or 3 times or more. The longer it lasts, the larger the subsequent market trend will be. We can see that if air refueling appears only once, the subsequent market trend may have about a 50% increase. Therefore, once encountering this situation, we must pay attention to it. Method 5. When the MACD indicator is running for a long time nearby the zero axis line, this situation must be paid attention. For example, like the attack index. If we zoom in on the chart, it may be clearer. Before the market trend starts, the MACD indicator has been running up and down along the zero axis line, and the amplitude is not very large. Moreover, the running time is not very short. The longer the time the MACD runs along the zero axis line, the larger the subsequent market trend will be. During this time, the MACD has been running along the zero axis line for a long time, and large-scale market trend go afterwards. The MACD is known as the king of indicators, and there are many ways to use it. In fact, if you master these 5 usage methods that we share today, it's good enough. As long as you strictly execute good stop loss and take profit strategies, I believe your gains will not be bad. If you still not understand it clearly the first time or not familiar with it, I suggest you watch it several times or comment which is the part that not clear. I believe you can make profit slowly but steadily. That's all for today's sharing. I'm Angie, who love to share stock market idea. If you find this video helpful, please press a like button and subscribe my YouTube channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.